Local leaders are still reeling from the announcement that the U.S. Department of Agriculture will move about 2,600 jobs out of the D.C. area to hubs across the country.
The impact will be especially hard in Prince George's County, which is home to the Beltzville Agricultural Research Center. For more context, the News 4 I-Team's Tracee Wilkins joins us now to explain what the research center does and what its closure could mean for the county. Tracee?
Yeah, we've been hearing a lot of this bad news for Prince George's County, and this is another part of it. And I can tell you that officials are meeting right now and having conversations about what the possible closure of the agricultural center could actually mean for Prince George's County. So this is a center that was opened a long time ago, back in 1910, and has been in operation for all of this time. It's 6,500 acres of land. So this is the Beltzville Agricultural Research Center here. You go down Powder Mill Road, and this is where the rest of the farm is, where all of that research work is done. And BARC workers, they tend to work in Greenbelt or live in Greenbelt, Beltsville, College Park, Berwyn Heights, Laurel. So all of these city leaders have a lot of questions about what all of this could mean for their cities. The USDA has 4,600 workers in the D.C. region. We're expecting 2,000 to remain at the end of all of this work that they're doing to change and realign the USDA's research arm. Here at the headquarters in Beltzville, they research things like sustainable agricultural systems, animal diseases, invasive insects, plant pathology, bee research, and also food quality. So a lot of research that's happening there in Beltzville. This is what the map looks like right now for AG research. It's all over the country, and it's broken down into like the Northeast region, the Midwest region. And again, Beltzville, the main headquarters for this research nationwide and also in the Northeast region. But I am told that soon all of this is going to go away, and it's going to be 5 new hubs instead in North Carolina, Missouri, Indiana, Colorado, Utah. So when these folks are asked to move, these are the areas where they're going to be sent. So this is what was sent in the announcement that was made by the USDA last week. It said that they're doing this to make sure that the workforce aligns with available financial resources and to bring the USDA closer to its customers and eliminate management layers and bureaucracy and consolidate redundant support functions. But Glenn Ivey, who represents this area, questions, is that really what's happening?
It's just another example of disrespecting government employees and, mistreating them, frankly, in a way that undermines the ability for them to do the work that the American people need and for them to continue to make, a living for themselves and their families. And many of them are veterans. We've got a lot of people who've been, mistreated as government employees who are military veterans, and they all deserve better than this.
Now, during the first Trump administration, when they realigned the USDA, then there were a number of workers who decided instead of leaving to just go ahead and quit. Now, the other thing to know about this land and that 6,500 acres is that there are state, county, and federal laws that puts a limit on what can go in that space. So it is zoned agricultural. So even if the government decides to sell that land, there are questions about what they could get in response because it is zoned agricultural, and that's the way it's supposed to stay.
The hits seem like they just keep coming for the people of Prince George's County. How quickly could all of this happen?
Well, the USDA is saying that this could take years at this point because they don't want to disrupt the work that's happening there inside of BARC right now. But there are folks who are questioning, how do you move people out without impacting the science? And some of this work, it could take 6 or 7 years for them to get answers to one thing that they're working on. So it's really difficult to not do both at the same time, but they're saying that they're not going to disrupt the science.
Okay. Our Tracee Wilkins in the studio for us this afternoon. Tracee, thank you.